Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 Career Mode. After a relatively successful, I'd say, Daytona 500 attempt, we're off to Rockingham, North Carolina Speedway as it was known back in the day, The Rock, for the Subway 400. So just as a reminder, if you missed the end of last episode, we did start an R&D project for chassis tire wear. That should be done in about 3 races. So we do have a new car that we're using for this one. We're using a different chassis. So let's jump right in and head to the Rock to see how we do in our second ever Winston Cup Series race. Alright, our first qualifying lap, first time all season. We're going to have to use the brakes. Probably not going to do too well in qualifying. A, because our car is slow as shit. And B, because I have no idea really what I'm doing yet. Still gotta relearn this car and track combo. Of course, I have a lot of laps here at Rockingham. Did the Rockingham 508 earlier this year. Is a little too hard into turn 1 there. Got the car slowed down though. P40 on lap 1. Much smoother 3 and 4, but I think we screwed up 1 and 2 too much for it to make a difference. Across the line, it does make a difference, but it doesn't improve our spot. P40 for the race.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Speedway for today's race, the Subway 400. Drivers say this place can be one difficult track to master.
North Carolina is a fast track considering it's only a mile long. The corners are tricky though, and getting off them fast is the key to getting speed down the straightaways.
Kyle Petty started racing in the Winston Cup Series back in 1979 at the age of 19.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on drivers in NASCAR, and you got to believe it's even heavier when your last name is Petty. So to come out and start banging fenders with these guys at age 19, you gotta admire that.
Jeremy Mayfield experienced an up-and-down year in 2000. He had 12 top 10s and 4 poles, but also had 11 DNFs.
He was either running up front with the leaders or taking an early exit. Those wins are great, but each DNF is exactly the opposite and can take a driver out of a points race real quick.
Jerry Nadeau is one of those guys who you just keep expecting to break out and have a good year.
Yeah, you do, but he's got a ton of talent and some good equipment. He's shown he can win and run up front. Now he's just got to string some success together and gain some confidence out there.
Start your engines.
Another fantastic qualifying result for the 27 of Jamie McMurray, Mark Martin, and Michael Waltrip on the front row for this race. Scott Wimmer also up towards the front. And it looks like we're in the back with quite a few Chevrolets as well as the Wood Brothers Ford, but we're green flag. We are racing at the Rock for 39 laps. Now poor getaway from us, just no acceleration. That's why later in the season we're going to try to upgrade our engine as well. It's time to buckle in for 39 grueling laps at one of NASCAR's most difficult tracks. Get a pretty good run there for 3 and 4. Going to get underneath Frank Kimmel here out of turn 4. See if we can break the 40th position barrier.
Still there. Be patient. Still there.
Woo, we got really tight there in the center of the corner. Sorry, Frank. Well, we passed him, but then Joe Nemechek gets past us. Car's a little tight right now, it seems like. But it does not drive in too terribly, just a little tight for how I'd like it to be. See if that improves as the run goes on. Jeff Green looking to our inside here into turn 3. Gonna have to run a little higher. A little higher than I'd like to be on exit. And didn't get a good run off of there. I was hoping we'd get a better run off the corner because of the high line.
Okay, we're clear.
But not seeming to be the case here. Is now the 63 going to look under us? I don't remember who drives that car. I want to say it's like Shane or something.
Still there.
I could be wrong as we are really struggling here.
Still there.
Ooh, big arrow push there from being behind the 30 car in the turn.
You got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us. The 63
I
car.
want to try to get underneath Greg Biffle here because I think we definitely have better speed than him. We just don't have the drive off the corner, and I think it's because of our bad engine, so could be in for a frustrating race here because we just don't have the horsepower to get out of the corner. You can see we're running relatively well through the corners.
It's still there. Lost on left.
Big on the brakes there, getting underneath Shauna Robinson. Also just not able to carry the same amount of speed, it looks like.
Still there.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there with Shauna. Up the track we go. No, don't put me 3 wide. Contact.
We're off the pace. Everything okay? Your pace is falling off. Pick it up a little.
You know, it's amazing. We've had all these passes and races for position, yet we have actually lost a spot overall. This is the most intense battle for 40th I've ever seen.
Got one up.
Oh, crap. I tried carrying a little more speed into the corner there, and honestly, I did it knowing that if it went wrong, I could use Frank Krimmel as a brake as we
Back on it. We're losing time.
hit him a little bit on the straightaway there, just trying to keep him behind. Shauna all over the back of us, going to try to block her here into turn 3. It seems like we really need to protect the bottom lane. As long as we can do that, we should be relatively okay, I'd say, because it seems like the AI can't really get past us on the high side so far. And it looks like we might just settle into P40 for a little bit. Let's see if we can try to catch back up to the pack ahead of us. Alright, so it took a couple laps, but we got up here finally. Car is actually coming alive pretty well here, so may not make an adjustment on the pit stop because as the run goes on, it really seems to come into its own here. And while we have finally broken into a 30th placed position, unfortunately the leader is coming. As you can see, that blue dot coming up very quickly behind us, so I believe that's Mark Martin leading, I can see in the mirror, so we need to step on the gas if we want to stay on the lead lap. But we disposed of those two pretty easy. Now we can work here on getting up to Mike Skinner. It's actually kind of a shame that we're going to be doing pit stops relatively soon because the car feels pretty damn good right now, I'm going to be honest. We can even seem to run the high line a little bit better. You can see that time we get a great run out of the corner. We're going to have a huge run here, maybe able to squeeze in underneath Mike Skinner here in the corner.
The 4 car is still there.
Ooh, squeeze him out there a little bit, but we got the position to 37th. You know, for racing in the absolute back end of the field, I am having a blast. This is great racing. It's just a shame we're not faster. Good look under here of John Andretti.
Stay focused, buddy. Clear.
We got Todd Bodine ahead.
The 43
Clear Andretti. Here comes Mark Martin.
Okay, we're clear.
Caution right now would be a huge help. It sounds like some cars are going to start coming down pit road.
That lap was kind of slow. Pick it up. All right.
Call it what you want, but you know what? I'm still gaining ground on the leader. Or not on the leader. On the car in front.
Still there. Take it easy. Still beside you. Everything okay?
Whoa, Todd Bodine. Sorry, Mark. Todd Bodine very much wanted to pit there. Bunch of cars heading into the pit lane.
Come on now.
I think I'm going to stay out a little bit just so we have fresher tires once we get on them. Because the tires don't feel too bad, but also that way we can avoid any carnage with everyone pitting at once. we'll get lucky and a caution will come out. Fingers crossed. Of course, we are a lap down now, so we need Mark to pit before we could actually get that lap back. This pit road is a busy, busy place.
That lap was off your pace. The 27 car.
There's Texas Terry Labonte right there we're going to go past, as well as Jamie Mack.
Okay, we're clear.
I think a majority of the field has now come down pit road.
Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road.
There's Mark Martin, the leader, going in, so we're back on the lead lap. Now again, a caution, please.
20 to go.
Caution, please.
Watch the cars coming out of the pits, buddy.
I just want a caution. All right, we're going to give it one more lap here.
The 5 car is passing high. Number 5 is outside. Okay, we're clear. Time to go. Let's get on it. Car up high.
So we're getting past left, right, and center here.
You're clear.
Oh, Jamie Mack got loose out of the corner.
Number 20.
Oh, you ass. Sorry, I need to pit here. That's Jamie's fault. And on the brakes. All right, we want to replace all 4 tires. Don't worry about that little bit of damage. And I'm going to leave the car as is because, again, it really came to life there towards the end. So to the pits we go. It was a relatively slow stop, but no mistake, so I'll take it. Let's see where we blend out to.
Take it easy. The 26 car up high. Number 7.
And we are back to P38, so we did, I mean, honestly, we're around the same spot we were, to be honest with you. But we will have a couple laps fresher tires, so to me, I'm going to view this as a win, but we are definitely a lap down now. The lead exchange during that, we lost, all of us in the back lost a ton of time, so we have to deal with these fast cars getting around us and wait for our tires to warm up, get into the groove before we can hopefully go chase down some of the slower cars that we're racing with.
Wow, you're fast. Car high.
Excuse me, Casey, coming through.
We're up another position. The 7 car.
Thank you very much. Back up to P37. As though Casey in the Sirius car looks back to her inside. We'll hold him off for now. Let's see who the car in front of us is. I believe it still is Todd Bodine.
Out there, buddy. Good
Yep.
job.
So, got to catch back up to Todd Bodine and Skinner. Just hope we have enough time to do so. There's Matt Kenseth coming up behind us.
Got one down low.
Oh, Casey!
Look out.
Really dove it in there on underneath us.
Clear all around.
It's Kenseth around the outside. See Dale Jr. and Jeff Burton behind them.
Clear.
And Frank Kimmel's kind of using their pace to get towed up to Casey Atwood in the 7, so it's kind of working out for old Frank there. So we are closing in now on Todd Bodine. Slowly but surely. So I think we can get back up to maybe P35 before the end of this race.
Sure. Great lap. Number
Apparently
8.
we just ran a great lap.
Okay, we're clear. Good lap. Keep it up. Go down low. Hold your line. He's still there.
We're somehow running our best laps of the race right now. I don't know if it's because I'm using the leaders as like a guide or what, but
Still there.
we are running fast laps here. We're going to get back past Todd Bodine.
All clear, buddy.
Now we can work on getting Mike Skinner up ahead. We got about 10 laps to do so, and I think we can really get P35 here. And I believe that's what a lot of those, I believe both my primary Delphi and Nikon, I believe they both want me to get a P35. in the race, so this could work out pretty well for us as we get a little squirrely there from touching the apron.
That one was quick. Let's do it again.
Oh, I see Skinner up ahead. He's slowing up for the leaders as well as running a non-optimal line, so we're really catching him here as there's just a ton of traffic ahead. The leader actually starting to catch up on us to put us another lap down. Really want to try to stay only one lap down as there's a car with a blown engine.
Number 25.
And it is Joe Nemechek in the 25, and he was a lap down with us, so we're already up to P35, so let's go P34 and John Andretti up there, P33. I think it's possible. Great run through 3 and 4 here. We gained a ton of time on Mike Skinner.
They're going to be about half empty.
I think we can make the move into turn 1 here.
Great lap.
Underneath Mike. We'll go ahead and take 34th. Now remember, their tires are going to be a couple laps more worn than us, and that's going to be a huge difference here at Rockingham. There's Joe Nemechek still making his way to pit road.
Okay, we're clear.
Make up a ton of ground on John Andretti there, but a relatively decent chunk, I'd say.
The speed we're looking for.
They seem to be running this more middle lane now, and our car really hooks up on the bottom. So we are just gaining a ton of ground here. I don't think we'll go any higher than 33rd as, ooh, a little bit of contact there. Sorry, John.
That's another in the rearview mirror. Clear on both sides.
Mike Skinner all of a sudden has a ton of pace, so I'm trying to keep him off. But I don't think we're going to go catch Steve Park or anything above because they're pretty far ahead with only a couple laps to go. Blocks Skinner there. Break a little deeper into 3 and 4 and then just a little more on the brakes. Slow him up through the center of the corner.
He's coming up quick.
Ruin his drive off if we can. Lock him down the straightaway.
Quick one, buddy. Keep it up.
Didn't get into that corner how I wanted that time. But we're still able to hold off Skinner for now, so still working out for us. It's going to take another look to our inside here, heading into turn 3.
Car inside.
Ooh, a little bit on the apron for Skinner. We're on the high side of him now. He's got a nose underneath us coming out of 4.
Clear.
Chop his nose off there down the straightaway. I'm sure he won't be happy with us. Leaders on the last lap, but we're going to be coming to the white flag next time. Skinner's going to go to the high side because of Bill Elliott being there. We're going to take the inside lane, even though it holds up Bill Elliott, because it is the better lane, so we need to do what we can here. White flag for us, checkered flag for Mark Martin.
Okay, we're clear. Number 4 is coming high.
Elliott gets past us. We're going to block off here. Skinner going to look to the apron again, slides up the track.
Leaders are pitting.
Out of 4, we're going to block him one last time. We're going to hold off Mike Skinner and take what I consider to be a fantastic 33rd place result. Honestly, a very entertaining race for nearly dead last.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The Delphi car didn't have much of a race.
Well, all the guys on that team work so hard. It's a shame they couldn't get a better finish. But sometimes it's just not your day.
This is Joe Moore for Barney Hall saying thanks for joining us for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
So despite what the MRN guys say, I say it was an absolute great day for us. We had great pace, and I think P33 is really the highest we could have gotten. So I'm happy with that. We finished P33, as I said. Mark Martin comes home victorious for Roush, Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, and Bobby Labonte. The top 5. Let's head back to the shop and take a look at what we can do before the next race. Alright, so as we head to Las Vegas, we did fall a bit in the points as to be expected. We are now P29 in the standings, ahead of Bodine, Craven, Spencer, Kyle Petty, Schrader, Mike Skinner, John Andretti, Casey Atwood. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry Nadeau. I said Joe Nemechek during the race. I forgot that Jerry Nadeau was the original driver of this 25 car, not Joe Nemechek. Elliott Sadler, Frank Kimmel, Greg Biffle, Sean Robinson, Casey Kane, and Shane Hall. So I was right. It was a Shane name. Casey Kane, I don't think, participated in this race. I think these were the drivers that got swapped between the two races. Taking a look, though, let's head up to the top of the leaderboard, see what's going on there. So as of right now, it's Sterling Marlin who holds on to a points lead above Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, and Dale Jarrett, the top 5. Taking a look at the awards from the week. So Rookie of the Race, obviously, to Ryan Newman. Green to checker win for Mark Martin. Good for him. Rookie of the Year, we do fall out of the top 5. We're now P6. Those are our 2 pole sitters. Las Vegas is the first Jackpot 5 race. Of course, we're not in that. Manufacturer standing, Pontiac continues to round out the table. And Mark Martin really dominated that race. He has 38 laps led on the season so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at our team management there. So let's see. Yep, our sponsors went up by 1 again, so they're very happy. 238K right now in the bank. So let's go ahead and take a look at our garage. So car-wise, we should only have 1 new car. Yeah, we only have 1 new car with all current bits. We currently are repairing all the parts that were on car 1. So let's see, and that should be done, I believe, after this next race, I believe. So those parts will be back on the car and we'll be good to go there, but we'll go ahead and use our brand new car for Las Vegas. Let's get the good stuff out early while we can before we start upgrading everything and have to start building new parts for the season. So that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, comment what you're looking forward to for Vegas, what your favorite moment was, any tips and tricks, greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe for the next one and much more content. My World of Outlaws game finally came, so hopefully we'll have some World of Outlaws gameplay coming out later this week as well. So that'll do it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye!